Yo, we are live. Friday was a Friday. We are live. We are back again with a bang on a Friday evening. We are live here at Temper Crypto TV. We are back and we've got a different topic as usual. Always bring out some new topics, some interesting topics, and of course it's one of those days where we want to enjoy with you. We want to have that excellent Friday. Oh yeah, as you're coming through as usual, guys, please do say something on the comment section. Let's engage. Tell us where you're watching this broadcast from. If you are coming from outside South Africa, do mention your country, your state, and of course, if you've got some questions, do ask anything you wanna know about the blockchain, cryptocurrencies, trading, investing. Let's discuss. Welcome to Empire Crypto TV. Let's make it happen, guys. The market is still here. It's not going anywhere. And we are going over to the weekend. Excellent weekend indeed.
Mm,
All right. Stone, how are you, my
yeah,
man?
I'm all right, man. Good evening to the listeners. Empire Crypto TV. Today we're just touching on African leaders, man. Feeling African tonight on this Friday. But of course, before the weekend begins, we always have to over go through the markets. Looking at the crypto wars are still raging in Europe. But here in Africa, thank God we're still at peace, and we look to expand. And this might be an opportunity for fellow Africans to expand in business in such times.
Oh yeah, we're talking of the market. We saw it coming a little bit down from 44,000,
20,000.
Currently, it's trading just above 40,000 US dollars. So
Mm.
what could be the triggering buttons behind the market, Stone? What can you say
You know,
about
you
this
know,
move?
yes, the market has been quite volatile in the past few days, and being volatile, it went high. There was a time where we came up, I think, up to, I think, $44,000 per coin in cryptocurrency. But of course, as always, there's always that buying power. And when that buying power reaches its point where it's overbought, then you have that temporary period where there's just a sell off. But this sell off on that we see on Friday evening here in South Africa is a temporary one. I do suspect is a temporary one. I do believe that the market will be expecting a boom during the weekend, especially having to do those transactions in the banking system since the sanctions that has been imposed on Russia. So there will be a lot of transaction taking place in this weekend, especially if the war continues to rage on. So it is just that temporary bearish because it's just at $40,000 per coin. Will it go lower late this Friday? I doubt, but if it does, there might be a reason for it.
Christopher, welcome to Empire Crypto TV. We are live on a Friday evening, guys. There is no
Mm.
weekend, there is no Friday or whatsoever. We always live here, bringing you interesting discussions every time, every day at 7 p.m. And of course, there is Mariana Mandume, all the way from Namibia. She's saying Namibia, where people still think crypto is a scam. Yeah, it happens. Stone, what would you say? When are we going to Namibia to teach people about cryptocurrencies? When are we going there?
We don't have to go to Namibia. We have technology whereby people can watch the show and learn that crypto is a viable and a booming market. It's a digital currency. Crypto is a currency or a digital gold, in other words. I can understand people when they say that they don't, they still think that crypto is a scam. A scam is the business behind crypto. Crypto is not a scam. Crypto is a currency, it's a digital currency. Maybe people get scammed by people and then they say it's a crypto. So people cannot differentiate between crypto and people. There is companies behind crypto that are working with crypto, being promised thousands within a day or within hours, and then people think, okay, it's a scam. They are scammed because they have used the word crypto, because they said, okay,
So,
we deal
so
with
you're
crypto.
saying we're not going to Namibia? We're gonna be live. They have to just bring their people or those people who are thinking it's a scam to online so that we can educate them.
You know what, if you know, it's important that people come to the show because our shows are educating people beyond cryptocurrencies. We talk NFTs, we talk metaverse, we talk the integration of cryptocurrency with technology, we talk about its future, what's gonna bring, we talk about the underlying technology that is guiding the crypto, which is the blockchain technology. So in our show we discuss all of these different expertise, and we also shows. And if crypto was a scam, they should take a look at exchanges like Binance. They should look at exchanges as CEOs like CZ, how they became billionaires. And they must look at the different groundings that they have in China. They must look at minings. They must look at the regulations that are imposed on crypto in the United States. So if something that is a scam, presidents and big governance wouldn't care about such things. They wouldn't even talk about it. In fact, crypto is something that is much talked about. You go to NBC, a big news business broadcasting. It has charts of Bitcoin. They will tell you Bitcoin is so much at a certain time. It's so much at a certain day, and so forth. Why would such professional people who are well educated, coming from universities and grand estates and all that stuff, that they have very good accolades, would they acknowledge cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? It's not a scam. It's just a lack of knowledge that people still need to have. And some of that knowledge we do provide here at Empire Crypto TV.
Welcome to Empire Crypto TV. We are live on a Friday evening. What we just have to do, please share this live broadcast to your friends, family, neighbors, your teams, your enemies. Let's make them rich by sharing this information to them. And
Yeah.
do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. All these videos, they are uploaded on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and find Empire Crypto TV and subscribe that site. And of course, guys, I want to hear from you. Let's hear from your perspective, what you think of the cryptocurrency market. If you've got some questions or if you want to know something about this market, do say something, write something on the comment section. Let's hear it out. Let's talk about it. Stone, today we're
Yes.
discussing about Africa and
Yeah.
billionaires or innovations that are happening around the continent. Take us through
Yes.
the whole discussion, man.
All right. Before I go through the discussion, of course, I'm gonna just go through a small interview showing you Alika Dongote of Nigeria, who is the CEO of Aliko Dongote. Born in Kano, Nigeria, and considered to have estimated a net worth of exceeding $10.6 billion. I think now he is worth $14 billion to be exact. These statistics are a bit old. And here is the man himself, Alika Dongote, having an interview in the United States with one in Bloomberg.
His foundation. What is the progress that you've made to date?
I think we've done quite a lot. The progress has been very, very tremendous. In the last 3 years, we haven't really had any wild virus of polio, and hopefully when we work hard between now and the next 6 months, by April we'll be certified to be polio free country, which means the entire African continent will be polio free.
And one of the things you're doing in the philanthropic world is building a hospital in Nigeria. Why do you feel a need to build a new hospital?
I think we need to build a world-class hospital, because when you look at it, in Nigeria, we spend quite a lot of money, where a lot of people go abroad for medical checkup, for medical operation. Then what we are trying to do is to give that hope to the population and say that, look, you don't need travel abroad. We will be able to treat you there.
Now, for those who may not be familiar with Africa, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Is that right?
It is.
And it's growing at a very large rate in terms of its population. Is that
Yeah, about 3%. Yeah, we're growing at about 3%.
so? If at the current rate, at some point, more people will be in Nigeria than in the United States.
Well, by 2050, we'll be at about 450 million population, and I'm sure we will be way ahead of the States. We'll be about number 3 after China, India, then it will be Nigeria in terms of
So by
population.
2050, you could be the
Crypto King, did you hear that? Hello?
Yeah, look, Nigeria is one of the most
Populous.
growing, growing countries
Yeah.
in the world in terms of population. They are
Mm, mm, mm,
aggressively growing. Even the economy of
mm.
Nigeria. At some point, I think it was in 2014 when they surpassed South African GDP. So they are aggressively growing in terms of population and, of course, in terms of economy as well. So yeah.
Of course, man. That is Aliko Tongote. He is a very prominent individual who is doing extremely well in Africa as one of the great billionaires. Let me just see. I just want to share his profile right here. Aliko Tongote, among the most influential CEOs and wealthiest business leaders in Africa, born in Kano, Nigeria, and considered to have an estimated net worth of exceeding 14 billion, I think. Now, he is recognized as the wealthiest person in Africa in 2019, Dangote, even now in 2022. Dangote Group, a commodities company that trades in rice, cement, sugar, and a wide range of commodities. In Nigeria and other West African nations, his business success placed him on Forbes' richest people in Africa, and he was named the business publications Africa Person of the Year in 2014. Dangote Group reportedly employs more than 30,000 in Africa and posts revenue upwards of 4 billion annually. Before Anika Tongote, Mr. Crypto King, do you know any wealthiest, richest black entrepreneur here in Africa? Do you know, like before Alika Tongote, do you have any knowledge of that? Or are you like me, maybe, because the guy that, like as I'm growing up, I'm not that old, but these old timers have been here for a long time and they've been rich for a long time, like Bill Gates. He's been rich for a long time, and I still believe he's still the richest, although it has changed, and it has fallen to Jeff Bezos, right? And then now it's here in Africa with Alika Tongote. Who did you know, like, as you grown up, like, to be,
Well, look, we've got our own guys in Africa, in South Africa, like Patrice Motsepe, were
I know.
also ranked on that highest level, and even our president Cyril Ramaphosa also is being ranked there. Though we do not really have official figures, but there are some of the people who are well spoken in terms of wealth. And do not forget about Strive Masiyiwa. Strive Masiyiwa is also one of the biggest guy in the, though he's not really based in Africa, he's based overseas, but almost his companies and his input in Africa is very much spoken about. Strive Masiyiwa is currently worth 2 billion US dollars, and he's very much close with Bill Gates organizations and some top dogs as well. So yeah, look, we've got also in Nigeria, though I wouldn't really pinpoint their names, but we've got powerful guys who are coming from Nigeria, and in fact, many guys coming from that side. So yeah, we do have. Though I would want to see a lot of black people, appearing on Forbes magazine. Not just a handful. I want to see, as many as they can. Not just a few individuals appearing there. Where are the rest? That's what I've spoken about in the past, where I said our people limit themselves instead of just flourishing, going to the rooftop, going to the moon. They limit themselves. They do not understand these systems like stock market, cryptocurrencies, financial markets. Someone, you might find out there's someone, your grandfather or your uncle has got many taxes. He's got more than 100 taxes here in South
Yeah.
Africa. They are bringing cash. He's making money. In the community is regarded as someone who's rich, who has got money, but he
Mm.
doesn't really understand that he's limiting himself by not looking into these spaces like financial markets where he can multiply his wealth instead of just getting those profits that he's getting from his 100 taxes. He could actually become a billionaire by diversifying his portfolios into and tapping into these financial markets. So we tend to limit ourselves in Africa. We tend to put ourselves down by not venturing into the global markets, the global space, and they're putting our business, listing them right there on the stock exchanges of the world.
Mm. Mm. Talking about Petrus Mutsipe, he stands at number 2 with African Rainbow Minerals. He's the founder of African Rainbow Minerals. I'm not familiar so much with these companies, but it's good to learn. But at number 3, we have Strive Masiwa. And what also attracted me to this list is that right at number 10, though she's number 10, but there's a woman by the name, I think we should watch out for this lady over here. I think she's Zimbabwean. By let me just see, that's her right there. Divine Ndlunkula. Ne? Is it am I saying it right? Ndlunkula. Born in Kutu, Zimbabwe, Dr. Divine Ndlunkula is the CEO and founder of DDNS Security Operation, also known as Securico. The Zimbabwe-based outfit offers canine guard services, electronic security, and armored vehicles, and among others. There Shire, I think she's there. That's the one. That's the lady here. Are you familiar with this lady, Crypto King?
Look, it's my first time to hear that
It's the first
person,
time.
to hear
Me
that
too. You
name.
know. Yes. You know,
I've always googled, these type of searches like
yeah.
billionaires, millionaires in Africa, but it's my
Yeah.
first time to hear that or to see that person, and I'm
Mm,
wondering. From here, I'm going to do a lot of research on her and
mm.
see how did
I think
she
we should bring
just
her on
pop
the
out.
show. You know, she can be someone
Oh yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
interviewed.
Look, we
You
we
know,
we we we're gonna be
we hope.
bringing
You know,
we're gonna be bringing such people on the show, especially on
yeah.
Fridays. Bring
African leaders.
African
Yeah.
millionaires and
Yeah.
billionaires on the show,
Yes,
and
of
then
course.
start interviewing them. They have to tell
Yes.
us a story. They have to tell us
Yeah.
what they are experiencing in their journey, what exactly makes them tickly, makes them keep
Yes.
going
Of
every day.
course. Of course, man. You know, that's my list right there. Okay, there is a whole lot of other billionaires, of course. But, before I go any further, I just want to jump into the market just a little bit. Then I'll go back to the stories, just looking at Bitcoin at 40,000. Like you asked me, okay, what is going on? Okay, before I carry on, I just want to also look at the coin market cap. First, let's just look at the coin market cap. The last time I saw it was 1.8, which is still at 1.8 trillion, just getting to that $2 trillion. The market is mixed masala, don't you think? I think it's just before the weekend. It is that breather before the weekend, in my opinion. Let me look at even the indicators. There's also been an overselling here with your relative strength index right here, as you can see. You know about the relative strength index. This Friday, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart, by the way. This Friday, there was an overselling in the past few hours. You see, and this is BNB. Oh no, this is BTC. Sorry, against the US dollar. And I was also looking at the BNB as well, the native coin for the Binance exchange. Where is this chart? I had it here. Okay, there's it, which is a trade. BNB is $395 per coin for at this point. Um, so, you know what, Crypto King, I understand that people will panic when they see these little bearish trends all of a sudden and stuff like that. But people should also have an idea by now that cryptocurrency moves up and down, and most definitely this is one of the times that we are experiencing. But now to have that kind of a stigma or that kind of um, feeling that the market could be going down, I think this time Bitcoin has the biggest opportunity thus far. Though war is a bad thing, but cryptocurrency serves as a sort of as a rescue, making things easier for people to conduct with their finances. And going over this weekend, I think we're gonna see more need for cryptocurrencies than ever before, especially in Europe, because now Europe stocks are also taking a dive when I'm looking at other stock markets um, prices as well. Okay, you're
Well,
saying something? Yeah,
look, for the past few weeks to months, we've gotten used to the markets being green on a Friday, going to the weekend, whereby they will be holding higher. But we
yeah,
see today is a Friday, but the market's looking reddish, just taking a little bit of dive from 41,000 to 40,000, but it's nothing alarming, nothing really out of
the ordinary.
the ordinary. It's just normal. I mean, the market has to fluctuate before the rise. The market has to
Yeah.
take a breather. It has to take some energy. It has to go 5 steps backwards before it goes forward. So yeah,
Mm.
look, as long it doesn't break below, I'll be more worried when it's starting to break below 40,000 going down, That's when
Yeah,
I'll
I
start
expect.
to
Yeah,
be, yeah.
for the weekend. Yeah, I don't think, especially now this afternoon, this Friday. I don't think it will be breaking down. But of course, this market now, Mr. Crypto King, it's you know very well that it's driven by fundamentals of what's happening in Europe. The 80% of the market, whether it be cryptocurrencies or stocks, okay, the other markets are coming out. European stocks lower, caution reigns as Ukraine conflict intensifies, and this conflict just keeps on intensifying. European stocks market weekend on Thursday, which was yesterday, also this Friday, as the conflict in Ukraine continues to. So all these investors are having such a bad times. As you can see, it's a red not only just for crypto. Luckily, crypto can hold off a lot more than these traditional markets. Other news as well that are affecting the market, they are all surrounding the war at Wall Street. Now, I was just looking at Europe. Now I'm looking at in the America. Wall Street lower early as Ukraine fears outweighs jobs report, Dow down 485 points. And these are some of the impacts that this war is having. US stock markets were lower again in early trading on Friday as well. And I can also show you the technical analysis of it, showing the charts of various stocks that we are talking about here. But, Mr. Crypto King, the gold on the other side is thriving, though even the dollar is struggling. But the gold, in terms of commodities, when I'm talking about commodities, gold and oil, two of these commodities are thriving. I can just show you now the chart. Okay, this is Apple. Apple stock has been getting knocked. You see, like Apple, even look at my relative strength index. Okay, I just wanted to show the gold data here just on the side, just taking its time. So on the other side, what do you think about the gold? Have you ever sort of invested or bought anything with gold in it before? Maybe in your investment experience,
Look, what's happening at the moment? There is war in Russia. There's war in Europe. You know, Russia, Ukraine, the whole Europe, the whole world. Let me say is on standstill. You know, there
Mm,
is no one who understands what's happening. No one know what's the next move. What's the war gonna
what
end?
is gonna
And
do? Yeah.
especially when there are some talks of nuclear weapons. So
Mm,
those are some destruction weapons, that can actually take the whole war into
city.
another
Mm,
sphere. So everyone is actually taking a safer bet. And of course, in
mm,
this case, people are actually buying gold. They are
mm,
taking money from their stocks. They are taking money from other financial instruments and buying
mm,
gold. There's a safe
yeah.
haven. And of course, oil, obvious oil, it was bound to go up. I mean, there is Russia, which is the producer of oil, and
Mm,
it's been sanctioned now. So there's no oil coming from Russia. So it's
mm,
bound that oil, because of such limitations of
mm,
supply, is bound
mm,
to go up. It's bound to really run up. If I was
mm,
actually on that market of oil, I would have bought a lot of stocks surrounding the oil market, because it will still go up. So yeah, look,
mm.
it's the market is fundamental. It's what it rates based on what's happening around the world, based on
Yeah.
what are the news saying.
I know. Looking at gold right now, this is Empire Crypto TV. Gold is almost gonna be going to 2,000 an ounce. I don't know when, but it was trading less than that before. It was trading at 1.8 or so, but now it looks like it has gained strength and power. But as much as gold has been going up now, Mr. Crypto King, looking at our local markets coming back to Africa, we are looking at no, I'm looking at the rand. The rand is taking a knock. The local currency of South Africa. News came out. Rand flat with focus on Ukraine crisis. Also been slapped by the Yukon crisis. The rand traded lower early on Thursday, sharing gains from the previous session, with traders turning cautious that Russia's invasion of Ukraine could dampen economic growth. However, by 12:20, the rand traded at 15.33 against the dollar, around 0.05% weaker than its previous close. The currency had touched 15.28 on Wednesday, as strong as commodity prices offered support as well. But looking at other news, on the contrary, now looking at oil, like you were just mentioning, Russia being the suppliers of oil, number three in the world. I think number one in Europe. Oil sours to highest since 2008. Can you believe that? That's a long time ago. That's like more than 14 years, if I should say, as a Russia
Mm-hmm.
invasion happens. So these are serious times, seeing these oil prices coming. Those who have invested in it, those who have hedged in it, are the people who are benefiting. But people on the ground now, or food prices will rise, transport prices will rise, a lot of things will rise now. That will affect the economy and the people and the spending of the economy. So these are crucial times, I should say, Mr. Crypto King. Won't you say? Also, to the highest level since 2008. What do you think about that?
Yeah, look, obvious, when there is a problem, especially with the supply of oil, it's not only the oil industry that suffers. It's got some other avenues where it's gonna make it suffer, like the food industry, what you just said, like the transportation, the taxes is gonna be expensive. The prices are gonna rise up. People will say,
Mm,
okay, no, Russia is in war. You know what? We are not getting involved. We are not really concerned about what's happening. But economically, we all can feel it. the world is so small these days. It's interconnected. The world is interconnected in such a way that whatever happens in one country in the far end of the world can actually be felt here at home. So that's how interconnected it is. It's
Yeah.
unlike way before where things were very, very much disconnected, but now everything is one. What happens in America can actually have a big impact on our economy on in South Africa, and it actually doesn't take time to reach our ears, our eyes this side. We see things happening live, and that's a big problem. So whatever happens anywhere in this world, we are involved one way or another, but we are involved.
Oh yeah, man. Looking at the other side of the news right now, news came out. MTN being the first South African company to enter or purchase land in Africa's first metaverse. These are big news. I know you are someone who is deeply in research, NFTs, metaverse. I know that maybe you probably have your own land now by now that you have bought on decentral land, a house, a virtual a virtual mansion. Well, what should you do, man? MTN, a telecommunication company. This is a serious move, Crypto King. The telecommunications group is the first African company to do so. I think MTN is a Nigerian company, if I'm not mistaken. JSE-listed telecommunications group MTN has become the first African company to enter the metaverse by purchasing land in Africarare. Okay, have you heard of Africarare? They sell
Look,
land.
look.
Huh?
What I will say. Big ups to MTN. But of course, MTN is a South African company, but you've got some branches across Africa, where it's also in Nigeria.
Okay.
So for MTN to start getting into the metaverse, it's a big move, and it's a good move. I mean, it's a big move for Africa, so to say, because they are now getting involved. It's actually with its market share, it introduces everyone to the blockchain space, to the crypto space, to the fourth industrial revolution space where the world is going. So yeah, big ups to them, and hopefully many companies are going to learn one or two things from such a move.
Yeah, I'm interested in this Africa Rare. Okay, Africa Rare, Africa's first virtual reality metaverse. The group announced. I need to do a research on this on Monday. A metaverse is a form of virtual reality. Okay, we know that part. This part, Africa Rare. I just want to also look into this Africa Rare because they are Africa's first virtual reality metaverse. So maybe they are selling a whole lot of metaverse material there in Africa. Very, very interesting stories that can come out of the continent and enriching us and allowing us. And MTN being one of the top 5 companies that has been developing or has developed to the level. Okay, I just need to look at. I think it's one of the top 5 in Africa. Okay, I just want to, just before I go to that MTN part, let me just go through these top 5. Soso Limited is at number 5. Top 5 companies that people can buy or invest in if you are interested in African markets. You also have, I think, number 4. I think MTN Sibanye Stillwater Limited is at number 4. I just took the top 5. Stillwater Limited is a multinational precious metals mining company working to produce and market mining properties in the United States and South Africa. Influential companies, man. The company explores gold and copper deposits and ranks 4th in our list of 10 African stocks to invest in. Okay, this may Sibanye Stillwater Limited, New York Stock Exchange, okay, and NYSE reported adjusted earnings of 1.88 billion and production. Another company coming at number 3 that people should look out for to invest in Africa. Okay, Let me just get that, is Standard Bank Group. Okay, it's a bank that is well known here in South Africa, founded in 1962. Okay, that's just a simple thing. It's just a bank that is well known. Okay, Naspers is at number 2, and focused on apparently Naspers. Okay, there's something that I found out about Naspers, that they even had employees in America as much as 10 million people that they're employing. That's huge. And then I think our number 5, right, is MTN Group Limited. In fact, which is the one that we are talking about right now, is the number 1 company. MTN Group Limited is the top African stock to invest in. Not the number 1 company, the top stock to invest in. So if you're looking at stocks, in America, you have Facebook, you have Elon Musk's company. What's his company again? That Tesla. You have Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Here in Africa, these are the top 5 that I've just revealed to you. Which one is your favorite one, Mr. Crypto King? Have you seen any attraction to none of these top 5 investing companies that you can invest in here in Africa? Out of these top 5.
Look, I was attracted to the stock market way back in 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. I was more involved in the stock market, especially the local companies. But as I started moving upwards, I realized that most of these, especially the companies that you just mentioned here, they are called blue chip companies. Blue chip companies, those are showcase companies that will always be here, will always be there. They won't like wake up tomorrow gone or something, because they have well established, their presence is felt. But now, on the other side, the problem with these companies is that their growth is not really aggressive. Their growth is very slow, meaning even their share prices are not going to wake up tomorrow. They are trading at 30%, 20%, 30%, 50%, or they are not going to give you 10x, 100x, 1000x in a short period of time, medium, or even in long term. They giving you those 2%, 3% per over a period of time, 2%, 3%, 5%. But so yeah, look, we are different. People invest in different type of instruments, but at my case, at this point in time, I wouldn't look into such growth. I'll be looking at aggressive growth. It's good for others, especially for big companies, to look into such, who are actually taking their money, who are actually saving. It's more like saving. You are investing, come saving, investing, come saving, where you say, you know what, I know if I leave my 1,000 US dollars on a Standard Bank, I'll find it still 1,000 US dollars, or I'll find that there is a 5% or 10% increase on my investment or on my capital, But
Of course.
we have got more choice, especially these days. There's so many markets out there, and the world is united, whereby you can actually go on Google. Instead of investing locally, you can always invest international. Like you just mentioned that there is Facebook, there is Amazon, there is Tesla. Those are international companies which are being looked by the world, which attract the whole world markets, and their growth is showcase that is gonna be there, unlike investing on a certain a small market, or a certain small um, stock exchange, whereby it's limited to a certain country, and the people who might be trading there are limited to a certain region. You know, it means there is no liquidity. The fluctuations is not there. The volumes are not as much as high as you could expect. Remember, in this market is all about supply and demand. So if there is no demand for a certain stocks or certain shares, it means that share is not gonna really rise up. It will remain fluid, you know. So yeah,
Mm,
we must
mm,
look.
mm.
Those are some of the things that we need to look at before we move further.
The market here in Africa, I do agree, does also lack a lot of volatility. There's not much volatile. You can invest in a stock today for 1 rand, maybe buy a share for 1 rand. Tomorrow, like in Nespas and these top companies, that they are all registered on a stock exchange. And if you invest maybe a rand, slightly maybe tomorrow you'll wake up, maybe it's if the market went up, it will just go up by 100 120 or by 20 cents, or if it goes down, it will go down by 20 cents. Maybe wake up, the stock is 80 cents, and then maybe wake up, if it's positive, maybe it's just 120. But these are some of the platforms that are supposedly supposed to be representing these stock markets that are here, like this platform called the Market Watch. Okay, it is just a guide for people who want to invest in shares. You know, like you have Coin Market Cap. So this is like the coin market cap for stocks, showing you the stocks and the various news, the stocks that they may carry. FTSE, meaning Financial Times Stock Exchange, JSE, Johannesburg Security Exchange, All Share Index. All Share Index is said to be supposedly consisting of more than 2,000 companies. So all these 2,000 companies are weighed on this one chart. So that's how much volatility is required for the market, because one company cannot have enough volatility so that people that can invest in. So they sort of like combined all of these portfolios to make it one portfolio so that they can have that volatility. But looking at the stock right now, it's not doing as well. It's also taking, these are local stocks that are also taking knocks, not only in Europe or in America, but also the JSE All Share Index. Because I know there are some people who also invest in these type of financial instruments, like the JSE, of course.
No,
And looking,
absolutely.
yes,
Like I said earlier, the financial markets are many, especially these days. You ought to choose which one to follow and which one actually satisfies your appetite. So yeah, you've got so much choices. Um, Look at some people are in the forex market, they see it very fast volatile and they enjoy that volatility. Some people saying, okay, stocks, you know what, I love stocks because they can actually give me that growth that I'm looking for. And some of us, mostly, we are in the crypto space where we say, you know what, crypto, there is so much opportunities. It's still a growing market. We're still going far. So yeah, let's jump in. But yeah,
yeah.
everyone has got a choice.
Mm. Yeah, man, looking at the situation in Russia, you know, like in Russia, I hear it's number three of provider. Looking at Africa, we also have our own oil providers. Hopefully, that they would put it in business. They would put Africa in business. I want Africa to go in business. This is one of the biggest opportunity. I think this is one thing that we can also be able. But the thing is, these companies are not owned by Africans. You find that these companies are owned by people from France, but they have oil reserves here in Africa. Some of these countries that you know is Nigeria, crude oil production 1.36 million, and Libya, crude oil production 1.17 million. Angola, you have Algeria, you have Egypt, we have Republic of the Congo, you have Ghana, you have Gabon, you have Equatorial Guinea. These are all Chad. We have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10. More than 10 companies in Africa. We More than 10 countries are oil producing here in Africa. And do you think in that having that situation in Europe, it can help boost these oil production companies. Because at one point, I remember in Nigeria, there are these pirates. They call them pirates that they steal and they do uh, all sorts of crime in Nigeria because they say they are not being hired by the same oil producing companies within their countries. And these French owners of these oil reserves employ people from the outside, but not people from Nigeria. And that has caused a lot of strife. That's the problem that we might be also be having as Africans, yeah, in terms of
Look,
mineral.
I'll say Africa can sustain itself. Africa has got all the resources to sustain itself without the input of the international investors. But of course,
Yes.
there is a problem when it comes to production. One, we do not have the production means. We don't have the required machinery to process our resources. That's why we are being colonized, you know. And secondly, we do not have the know-how, the experience, and the skills required to actually run our own plants. And thirdly, we are corrupt.
Mm,
Corruption in Africa enables the enemy to enter into our shores and invade us. You know,
mm,
if there was no corruption, we'll be seeing now African countries starting to actually developing or having their own plants, production plants, so that we do not really have to go to Europe for production. Imagine when we go and extract gold, mine gold, and then we have to send it to Europe for production, and then it comes back to Africa again. That's very, very much ridiculous. So we
mm,
need to rise to the levels where we sustain ourselves, we depend on ourselves in all processes, in all cycles in this economy. You know, so
mm.
yeah, this is what this is the war that we're fighting. But of course, yeah, look, um, we rely mostly into our leaders.
Of course. All right, man. That is most of it that I could ever relate. Now, just for the last time, looking at the Bitcoin, trading at 41,000, just climbed a few percentage up just during our conversation in our show. And I'm looking forward to see what will happen this coming weekend. And will it be a situation where people require or would want and need for cryptocurrencies? And cryptocurrencies right now, for this situation that we're having in Russia, to make payments, transactions, and all sorts of fees, and all these banks that we are seeing being closed down, Russia being sanctioned, and Russia being a tech company is likely to rely on cryptocurrencies. Likely to see Bitcoin to go 40 and above and towards $45,000 per coin. Of course, that remains to be seen on the market scale. That is just a prediction that I have, but I'm not 100%. But let's see what happens.
All right, Christopher, welcome to Empire Crypto TV. We are live here talking blockchain solutions, cryptocurrencies, trading, and investing. We want you to be the best trader that you can. We want you to have a testimony in the next 6 months to a year to 5 years and say, you know what, I got this information from Empire Crypto TV. I am where I am because of the show. So, yes, we are on the journey to produce multimillionaires on the space. Trust me, there is so much you can do on blockchain. You can start your own projects on the blockchain system. You can actually invest. You can buy land on the metaverse and rent it out. There is so much you can actually do on this space. But yeah, at the end of the day, let's leave a lasting legacy to our kids, to our future, to our offsprings. Let's make sure that their lives, their futures are secured. This is the main goal, the main dream. So, yes, let's make sure that we get all this information and take action. It's doesn't make any use if you get all this information and doesn't take any action, doesn't if you do not take the next step, it will be very, very, very bad. All right, thank you so much. Let's meet again on Monday evening 7 p.m. and enjoy your weekend. Have an awesome weekend.
Sure.
All right, great stuff.
Fifth, yeah.